Hello everybody, welcome back to Sweet Bunny Budgets. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Amanda, and today we are going to be budgeting out our second paycheck for April. So let's get to it. I am using my Erin Condren monthly planner in the 7x9 size, and then a couple of budgeting sheets that I make myself. These are available in my Etsy shop called Sweetbunnyblessings if you're interested. They do come in a full 8.5 by 11 sheet, so you can put them in a binder, and I just scale them down and print them on sticker paper so that they fit inside my Erin Condren planner. Okay, so the paycheck that we're going to be budgeting out today is going to be for April the 16th, and that's going to go all the way through the 29th of April. So any of these bills that fall in here between April 16th and April 29th are what we're going to be budgeting for. All right, I'm going to move this off to the side for reference, and then I'm going to zoom you guys in so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right, so this is going to be paycheck number 2 for April, and that is going to be the 16th through the 29th. And then we're going to start over here in our expenses category. So the first thing that we have is my daughter's phone, and she has a phone through Gab Wireless. It is amazing cell phone service if you have a kid that needs a cell phone, but they're not quite ready to have a full cell phone with all the access yet. So it can make phone calls, it can make text messages, take pictures, things like that, but it does not have any access to the internet. So she can send text messages, but she can't send and receive pictures. So it's a great starter phone if you're interested, and that is actually going to be $24 is what we budget for that every month, and that comes out on the 17th. Next up we have Disney Plus, and that's on the 20th for $8. Netflix is going to be our next bill. That one comes out on the 21st for $15. And then we have our Legal Shield, which is our identity theft protection. That comes out on the 21st as well, and it is $27. And then we have life insurance. This is my husband's policy. That comes out on the 25th, and it is $33 a month. And then we have OnStar. That comes out on the 28th, and it is $45. That is for both of our vehicles. Both of our vehicles have the unlimited data package. My husband uses his for work all the time, and then I use mine with all the kids. It's fantastic to have unlimited data in the car, especially since it takes a little while for us to get to town if they want to play on their tablets or anything like that. And great for road trips. Came in very handy on our last road trip to Iowa. And then Hulu is going to be our last bill. It comes out on the 28th as well, and it is $14. All right, then we're also going to include gas. That comes out of our checking account, and I'm going to up this to $200. We did go over on our gas budget, so spoiler alert for our next weekly check-in to close out paycheck number 1. We did go over our gas budget, so I am going to up that. We're also going to budget for groceries because I do order those online, and that's going to get a budget of $250. And then miscellaneous is going to be our last category, and I'm actually going to lower this one to $100 because we've been very good about staying in budget. So our total expenses for this paycheck is going to be $709. All right, moving up to giving. We automatically have our tithe come out. I have it hit the card every week, and that is $100 per week, and that's every Sunday. So the Sundays are going to be on the 18th and the 25th for a total of $200. All right, so moving down to cash envelopes. First one is going to be for groceries. That is going to get $20. I like to have just a little bit of cash on hand in case I need to make any small trips. Eating out, that's going to get its normal $75. Next we have household, and it's going to get its normal $25. Then we have miscellaneous. I upped it to $40 last time, and I don't think we needed quite that much, so I'm going to go for $30 this time. And then personal spending money. We always do $50, $25 for me, $25 for my husband. And then we have our pets. they always get 50. Family fun, that gets 50 as well. And then we have our clothing. And that's gonna get 50 this time. I do need to up it because we took quite a bit out. My husband needed some new dress shoes for work, so that did come out. And then date night. And that always gets $50 as well. So the total for our cash envelopes is gonna be $395 for this paycheck. All right, moving up here to our next category is gonna be for sinking funds. And because this is an extra check for us, we do have one more paycheck before the end of the month, and there's not very many bills this paycheck. I am gonna beef up our sinking funds a little bit more than what I normally put in there. All right, so the first one is gonna be our kids' allowance, and that is $40. 2 kids currently receive allowance. They each get $10 a week, so that's $40. Anniversary is gonna be our next sinking fund, and that's gonna get 20 this time. Then we're gonna do back to school, and that's gonna get 40 this time. And then we have birthdays. I got 3 birthdays next month, so I do wanna beef this one up a little bit, so that's gonna get 100 this time. Car insurance, that's gonna get its usual 45 to make sure that we can pay that in full at the end of the year. Then we have car maintenance. That's also gonna get 40 this time. And then we have Christmas will be our next sinking fund. And that is gonna get 75 like usual. All right, holidays. We have Mother's Day coming up, so I need to start saving for that. So that's gonna get 40. And then our home sinking fund, anything we need for the home, that's gonna get 25 this time. My daughter does need a dresser, so we'll probably be using the sinking fund very shortly. And then we have our medical. This is additional medical to our health savings, and that always gets 10. And then I have a miscellaneous fund. If I go over in any of these categories, or if there's something else miscellaneous that we need, it gets pulled from this sinking fund, and that gets 40. And then the last one is gonna be for vacation, and that's gonna get 100 this time. We have a vacation coming up at the beginning of June. That's coming up very quickly, so I do wanna add a little bit extra to that. And then our total for all of our sinking funds for this paycheck is gonna be $575. And then savings and investments, we have things that come out automatically on the 1st and the 15th, and neither one of those days fall in this check, so we're not gonna have anything go towards extra savings. And then our last category, whatever we have left after all of these categories are taken care of from our paycheck, will go towards our mortgage. That's our current debt, Snowball. We're trying to get that paid off as quick as possible. All right, so we're gonna flip open to our next pages that we have here, and then we're gonna actually stick these down into our planner so that they are all in the same place and everything is nice and organized. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and write in our categories for our weekly check-in, and those 3 categories that are variable out of our checking account are for gas, groceries, and miscellaneous. And then our budget for this first week, for the 2 weeks, is gonna be $200 for gas, $250 for groceries, and $100 for miscellaneous. And then I'll do my totals down here. And then whatever we spent for the total for the 2 weeks will go in my actual column on my budget breakdown sheet so that I can reconcile the paycheck budget for the second paycheck in April. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel. Don't forget to go down below and subscribe and hit that bell notification as well so you never miss an upload from me. And I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye for now.